Welcome back, friends, to TV5 News at 9. It is time now for our favorite segment, Education Matters. We are here with Dr. Craig Douglas. Thank you so much, Dr. Douglas. How are you this morning?
I'm well, thank you. How are you, Colette?
I'm doing well. I love talking about summer, and that's what we're doing again today. Last week we covered summer camps here in Michigan, and we're still excited about summer, of course. So today we're talking about camps focusing on sports. I'll be taking mental notes of this, Dr. Douglas. Now, so for these camps, why should parents look for local programs?
Well, first, this is a subject close to my heart.
Yes.
As you know, I coached varsity basketball back in the 80s,
That's
Big
right.
Rapids.
Yeah.
We put on summer camps for local kids, and then I worked some of the camps at universities. So I think this is a great way for kids to work on their skills, but more importantly, to interact with their classmates, their colleagues, and also kids from other areas. So by looking local, Colette,
Yes.
especially with the pandemic, there are great advantages because of the knowledge of the coaching staff, the facilities, the other campers. In most cases, if not all, they're day camps, so kids come in perhaps in the morning or in the afternoon for their drills. And I shouldn't just talk about basketball. There are sport camps
Yes.
for almost all sports. Individual sports like
So
golf
true.
and tennis, but also team sports like basketball, like football, etc. So these sport camps are a great way to enrich and enhance skills and to work on developmental progress.
And I love this part of it, Dr. Douglas, that sports camps can really be a great opportunity for student athletes looking at colleges. How can those camps help give students a sneak peek into campus life? I know that my kids took camps at Saginaw Valley State University, and it was a great opportunity for them just to look around campus and talk about the campus at a young age and get them ready, you know, for school. So tell us about why it's so important to do these at college campuses as well.
Yeah, I support what you just said,
Yeah.
Colette, about colleges and universities. It's a great way for kids to be exposed to college campuses and to coaching staffs at the collegiate level. You mentioned Saginaw Valley State University. It's a great facility,
Yes.
great coaches. Also, other universities in the region are probably as good, if not superior in some ways. You've got CMU, you've got MSU,
Yes.
U of M. I did some research, Colette, in preparation for today, and some of the universities are still trying to sort out how they're going to do camps in the summer. I'll give you a quick example. In one case, they require vaccinations and are only allowing commuters. I believe that was Michigan State University. Don't hold me to that, but that was one sample. So that's an extreme because of the pandemic, and I understand and respect that. Another example, I believe it was University of Michigan, had a notice that said something in effect, we're still formulating our plans. So that tells me that officials are being cautious because of the pandemic. They're being overly safe in their practices, which is good news for parents and for student athletes. But I wouldn't rule out university experiences. I would keep an eye to the web and see what plans emerge as we get closer and closer to summer. And if it's a commuter experience, so be it. It's still a great way to get on campus, whether it's Saginaw Valley State University or other universities and colleges in our area.
I love it. A lot of great local ones, too. That's terrific information, Dr. Douglas. So what else should families consider when they're looking at these camps, especially the overnight ones?
I think the interest of the student athlete is primary in my mind. In other words, and I want to say this respectfully,
Yes.
you know, I'm a pretty supportive dad and a grandpa, but I don't want to urge my grandson, say, Carl, into a sport camp that he's really not interested in.
Sure.
In other words, I don't want to be too pushy or too enthusiastic. I want it to be something that he really wants to do. It's a passion of his.
That's right.
And something that's going to enrich already an area of interest. Conversely, if as a grandpa I'm too pushy, Carl may say, geez, I don't want to ever do that again. That was not a good experience. So we want kids to have successful experiences. And maybe I'm overthinking this today, Colette, but I really think in most cases that doesn't happen. But when you say what's the key, I think it's the interest of the child. it might be, I was a basketball coach.
Sure.
I might like basketball more than, say, another sport. But if Carl wants to go to another sport, then so be it. I need to be supportive as a grandpa. Does that
Right.
make sense
It
to
makes
you?
a lot of sense because also you want them to get up for the camp every morning, exactly, without you having to, grab them out of bed as well. It's summertime, so you want them to enjoy what they're doing during the summer. Dr. Douglas, where can parents start looking for these summer camps, these sports camps?
Many options, no one better one, but I would start with local schools, local
Okay.
coaches. The
Yeah.
local coaches know best. They know by reputation and experience those
Yes.
past experiences that have been favorable for their student athletes. So start local. I would look at the web. I would look at local colleges and universities. And then expand from there. It all depends on the age of the child, the interest of the child, and also the ability to pay, because
Yes.
some of the camps, quite frankly, are costly.
That's right.
Sticker shock is not just for purchases of capital goods, but sometimes these experiences are costly, rightfully so, because we're talking about overnight lodging in some cases. So I would look at all those factors and see what's the best fit. Also, don't forget, this summer, how do you fit your own family recreation around all these experiences too, right?
That's right. Definitely need family time as well.
Yeah.
Great information again, and it's March. It is not too early to start thinking about summer camp. Thank you so much, Dr. Douglas. More great information. I'm going to get going on my summer camps for my kids. Thank you for calling in today. We appreciate you.
Keep being the great mom that you are. Take care. Stay well.
Thank you, Dr. Douglas. We appreciate you so much. For more information about today's topic, check out the lifestyle page. That's at WNEM.com.